Water! Water! Where's the water? That's it! Where is it going, the water? Sergeant Wilderness! What's going on, Sergeant Wilderness fans? Hey, I know we were going to talk about welding and we're going to have some fun, but we got to pump them brakes because we got a coolant leak. Or is it a leak? It is a leak, but not what we're normally thinking. So let's first talk about something that's concerning. Right here, I have been losing coolant pretty rapidly. I'll top it off, I'll lose coolant, I'll top it off, and I'll lose coolant, and it's driving me absolutely crazy. I've already looked at all the hoses and connections. It's not leaking down the block. It's not leaking when I park it. So you have to think a little bit deeper and remember how diesels operate. And cars do the same thing, but diesels are going to do something a little bit different, right? So let's talk about the EGR. And that's this thing right here. You'll hear a lot of people talk about doing EGR delete, and I was not going to do an EGR delete, but I'm about to do an EGR delete. I'm about to do it. And let me tell you why. And it's kind of hard to tell. It's because coolant comes from underneath here into here, and it comes through this EGR, through the pipes that are in the EGR, and then it's going to go back into the water pump, and then it's going to recirculate. But at the same time, it's pushing air through the EGR, and that's designed to supposedly recycle it, but I don't like recycling it. And a lot of us don't, because it affects our gas mileage, it affects our valves, it affects our pistons over time, and it affects how the air enters the mass flow air sensor, everything, right? The throttle body. And right now, the biggest problem is we got coolant going in there. And if we know the differences between petrol and we know the differences between diesel, petrol can handle burning, whether it be water or coolant, much more efficiently compared to a diesel, because a diesel compresses all the diesel and combined with heat and creates a giant explosion, to where petrol, fuel enters, yes, the piston compresses it and the spark shoots out, and boom, we got a much better ability of breaking down excess coolant or a little bit of water. But with diesels, they're a lot more finicky because they depend on tons of heat, tons of compression, and just diesel. How can you tell if you have coolant or moisture in your diesel when you fire it up? Especially in the morning, it's going to take a long time for it to idle back down to its standard idling position, which is 850 roughly. Some Rockstars are going to range between that 845 to almost 855 range, right? But mine takes a very long time to get back down to there. And that tells me upon startup, and I can see excessive exhaust coming out the back, and it's not thick, rich, and black like it should be. Whether if it was diesel that I was compressing, I see a little bit of white, which tells me that there's some form of liquid that's entering. And this is happening every morning. So now that I see my coolant
is always dropping, always
I digress. I know that the EGR over here is failing. So I already ordered the delete. The delete's coming in Tuesday. I'm going to do that delete. If you guys would like me to show some little work while I do that delete to completion to end, hey, I'd be more than willing to, but you just got to comment it. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a delete and I'm going to show you how much cleaner it looks. I know that there are a lot of delete videos out here, but the one thing I am going to do no matter what is show what that EGR looks like once I pull it, because I have a sneaking suspicion there's going to be a lot of coolant in there, or there's going to be a decent enough amount of coolant to where it's not normal or acceptable. So hey, thanks again for tuning in to Sergeant Wilderness channel covering the Roxer. Take that right foot, smash it on the gas and share. Take your other right foot, smash it on the brake and hit that like button. Take your left foot, smash that clutch and subscribe, and we'll get back to you soon.